Hello Stampers, welcome to another episode of CreateWithBrenda.com. I'm so happy that you're joining me and that my subscribers are increasing. It's kind of fun doing videos now that I've gotten a little bit in the groove, still have a long way to go, but I really appreciate your views and your comments, so thank you. I am Brenda Hillard, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I can be found at CreateWithBrenda.com. And I also have a Facebook page, Create with Brenda, and I would love to have you join me and share your projects each month. I do a product giveaway using the hashtag for the month and the year. So check it out, Create with Brenda. This month, my host code, November host code, is here. I'm offering a special this month, any product over, now that's before tax and shipping, but $75 product order, you will receive the Birds of a Feather stamp set absolutely free from me at Create with Brenda. So good deal, check it out. What I'm bringing to you today is Paper Pumpkin. I love Paper Pumpkin, and I really know that you would too if you give it a try. This month, our Paper Pumpkin is the Winter Woods. It comes to you in the mail in this pretty box. And in here is enough product to do 8 of the Winter Woods cards. They're beautiful. Let me grab one. I thought I had one out. They look like this. They're dimensional, so the birch trees are raised up. They're also glimmery, and they're really quite quick and easy to do, but yet they pack quite a punch. On the inside of mine, I stamped the sentiment that comes with the stamp set, and then just a very light, using Pool Party ink, I stamped off and did that big snowflake. And then on the envelope, I added the snowflake as well. One tip I can give you if you did order this kit, to put the birch trees on, the dimensionals are a little bit big. So I did one of two things, and I can show you on here. I just took my snips, my scissors, and I don't know if this is going to show up very well, but I just cut right up the middle of one row of the mini dimensionals. And it's the perfect size then to, I'm going to use the Take Your Pick tool. I love this thing. This is the perfect size then for your birch trees. The other thing that works really well, it was not included in the kit, but it is the adhesive strips that can be bought from the annual catalog. And they're like a dimensional. They're just these big strips that you can pull off. And they're the right width for the bigger trees, so you don't have to mess with the little mini dimensionals. So just a thought, just a tip, makes it go a little faster. All right, so the alternate project I've come up with for this month's kit is this little card using Pool Party, Poppy Parade, and then a piece of the Whisper White. The stamp set for this month's kit is adorable. It's got the Season's Greeting, Winter Wishes, the big snowflake. I call this the Snow Flurry or the Snowball stamp. It's got the little cardinal or bird, and then the sentiment wishing you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. So let me show you this project using the stamps and then a few additional products too. So what you're going to need is a medium Whisper White envelope. You're going to need an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of Pool Party cardstock scored at 4 1/4. You're going to need a piece of Poppy Parade, 3 inches by 4 1/4 inches, and then 2 pieces of Whisper White cardstock measuring 3 inches by 4 1/2 inches. The other pieces I have for this that are not included is this little heart is the Stitched Labels framelit heart, and I cut that out in the Poppy Parade. And then the sentiment here is stamped on the stitched, or the rectangle stitched dies, and I just used the smallest rectangle right here. If you haven't used these dies, they're pretty amazing. So that's what we have. Let's get started. So to start, I'm going to take our piece of Poppy Parade, and using the snail, I'm just going to add this to the card front. And as all I want to do is try to keep, I didn't do a very good job either, try to keep this margin and this margin equal or even. All right, so there's that. Then I'm going to take one piece of the 3 inch by 4 1/2, and using the Pool Party ink pad, I'm going to take our snowstorm or snowball stamp and ink that up and just stamp it like that. Next, we'll take our Night of Navy and our big snowflake. Tap, 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 ink it up, press it down, lift it straight up. And then last but not least, you can either use one of the little dies from your paper pumpkin kit, which I still have a few. So I'm going to take one of those, and with a dot of the, whoa, that was a big dot. Let me just get that off from there. There. Sorry about that. I'm just going to set my little cardinal right on one of the arms of the snowflake. I still have just a dot, but I'm going to leave it because otherwise I'll smear. All right, so there's that. Using the sentiment, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year, I'm going to take my piercing pad, which I should have been using all along, and my stitched rectangle. I'm going to ink it up with the Night of Navy, and then I'm just going to stamp on my rectangle. So there's that. And then using one of the full mini glue dots, I'm going to put that on my stitched heart die. And there really is a right side and a wrong side to these, so look closely when you do that. The stitching really looks a lot better on one side. So all I did was add my mini dimensional to the back. And then I'm going to just place my little heart right there. All right. Then I'm going to bring back my piece here, and I am going to just add, out of my snail. Of course that would run out while I'm videoing, but let's just put some snail on the back of this. And we're going to add that right down here, even at the edge. Okay, so there's our piece. We'll bring this back in. I popped this up on dimensionals. You wouldn't have to, but I love having quite a bit of dimension to my cards. And I usually will do one dimensional. I get a little dimensional happy sometimes, but I'll put one in each corner, and then I like putting them right in the center to support so that it doesn't, you know, sink down. I have no nails left. My hands are terrible with the change of weather right now in the cold. They don't like it. So I'm going to put this on, and again, trying to keep this border and this border even. So there's that. And I found what works really, really well for adding these little snowflake sequins from the kit is using the shimmery crystal effects. So I just am going to add one here, 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 and that looks good. So again, bringing in the Take Your Pick tool, and if you love sequins, you need this tool, and it's a great buy at $10. And you can see how easy it is to add in the snowflakes. So there's my little bit of glitter. I'm just going to set that aside, and we're going to bring in our second piece of the Whisper White, and this is where we're going to stamp our other sentiment, and I chose for mine the Season's Greetings, so I'm going to ink that up with the Night of Navy, pressing straight down, lifting up. You get a really nice crisp image. And then I decided to take the cardinal stamp and using the Poppy Parade, ink it up, and I just set it right on top of the greetings there. And when I adhere my inside sentiments, I just do the one strip at the top, like the fancy cards at the store, and adhere that right at the top. So there's that simple alternative. It's really bright, fresh looking, beautiful. And you know what I always say at Create with Brenda, it's like create something beautiful today, whether it's a memory, a project, whatever. And the other thing I say is no naked envelopes. So I'm going to take the Night of Navy with the snowflake on the flap of my envelope, and I'm going to give that little cardinal another round in the Poppy Parade ink. And there's my envelope. Who wouldn't love receiving this beautiful card, wishing them a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year? All right, thank you. Stay tuned. More to come. Bye now.